everyone, welcome back to my channel. I am Miss Dhanusha. I chat about self-care for millennial women who are 9-to-5ers, have side hustles, who are content creators. So if you're looking for self-care and you're a millennial, you've come to the right place. Today is a little bit of a different video. I am filming in a completely different setup. If you're wondering why it's a bit different, it's a little bit deep. That's why. I've been meaning to film this video for a while and I'm finally getting to it. So yeah, I'm just gonna get into it. I wanted to chat about decluttering. I recently watched the Minimalist documentary on Netflix by the Minimalists, and Matt D'Avella, I think I'm pronouncing that correctly, is the producer, and he's a YouTuber that I've been watching about minimalism the whole time, like a long time. And I've also been watching Michelle B, so I'll put their links below here so that you can check them out. They've been chatting about minimalism for a while, and it's something that I have always aspired to be like. So I got the black t-shirts, so I think I'm there. I'm just kidding. It's a minimalist joke, okay? But I always wanted to get onto the path of going in that direction. Not to say that I am yet, but this is like the starting point for me. So if you want to know how I've decluttered the house and how I started to get rid of things and go towards a more minimalism lifestyle with intentional living, then just keep on watching. Okay, so before anything else, let's just get into it. I grew up quite poor, and when I say poor, I mean like below average. So for instance, I didn't have my own room growing up. My school was like 1,000 Rand a year, I think. It wasn't a fancy school, it was a public school. I didn't have anything over and above like having food on the table, having the bed to share with my mom, food to eat in the day, and school clothes, stationery, and that was about it. There was no like fancy luxury things, there was no name brands, there was no fancy sneakers, there was no like over and above of the normal things that I really needed. There wasn't much of the extra stuff. So even like birthdays and stuff, there wasn't anything extravagant, no like parties, no extravagant gifts or anything like that. It was just, you know, maybe clothes. I usually would get clothes around Christmas, Diwali, and maybe my birthday, and that's about it. And I'm not complaining or anything. I'm just trying to give you like background and like scenarios so that you understand the way we grew up was very like frugal, and yeah, there was nothing extra. I did some extracurricular activities which after school, which really did help me pass my time back. I don't know how my mom afforded that. My mom was a single parent, so whatever she could afford was what we got, and like that was it. But I never thought of it as having too little or not enough or being too poor. I think like a lot of people grew up like this, so it's not just me, and I didn't think at the time that it was something that made me feel less than. But anyway, fast forward I think to mid teenagers and then 20s, you just accumulate like a lot of stuff. You just like everything, like all your books and your textbooks and like everything, like makeup and cosmetics and just stuff and just junk. And I didn't know that I was accumulating all these things. And I moved overseas for a year. I left some stuff here that, you know, in storage. And when I moved again to university, like into res, I still had more stuff in storage. And then after watching the documentary, I was just like, I need to get rid of the storage. Like, there's just too much stuff. Like, I as one person, res, had like 20 boxes, huge boxes of stuff. It just didn't make any sense. As a student, like, why do I have that much stuff? And when I think back about it now, I think it was more just holding on to things that you think that, you know, you might need one day, or, you know, use it one time, or it's like sentimental, or somebody gave it to you. And it's like, why? What they say is that if you haven't used it and you're not going to use it, then what is the point of keeping it? And then sentimental things as well. Like, why keep something when your memory is not tied to the thing? It's inside you. So you don't actually need the thing. So I went into the storeroom and we basically just like, I got rid of so much stuff. I got rid of like 3 huge bin bags full of stuff. And hey guys, so I'm actually going to the storeroom and I'm gonna go through all my stuff from there and then start changing up or start getting rid of and start taking out things to donate, and then some things to keep, and what I want to get rid of as well. So let's go check out the storeroom. This room is full of junk, as you can see. Well, it's not junk, I've got some labels, but yeah, ultimately it's a lot of stuff that we're going to move to the house because we're going to paint here anyway. So what are you doing, Oscar? Can you carry a box? What are you doing? Good luck to us. All I have now is the winter clothes that I'm going to use next winter. This is coming in a few months, and if I'm not using it in the winter, it needs to go. I did the same thing with the summer stuff. I got rid of stuff that I've never used, things that I haven't used in like even just like the last summer, and I feel so much better. Like, I feel like it's made such a big difference. We did the same thing throughout the like house. We did the kitchen, we took out every single thing, got rid of things, reordered everything, redid everything, kept stuff that actually we are going to use, and got rid of stuff that we're not going to use. I did the same thing in the bedroom. I got rid of like another 2 bags of stuff that's going to be donated. And we were just looking at the stuff that I gave away, the amount of stuff. It's just like, why did I keep it for this long? So it makes me think that we hang on to things because, you know, things give us comfort, things take up space, and things feel as if like we have so much. But why do we need so much? And why do we have things we're not going to ever use? Like, it just doesn't make sense, right? So when I started to do it, when I started in the kitchen actually first, it actually felt so much better. I feel like I know where everything is in the kitchen. Kitchen is organized, I feel like fresh, I feel like lighter. So yeah, then we did the storeroom next. I still have to do the study, and the study just has books, so I need to get rid of books that I don't need and like donate that maybe, and a few other things like my paperwork and stuff, and really organize that. So I haven't like done all of it yet. We still need to do the lounge as well, but there's nothing in the lounge. But what I can say is like from everything we've done and what we've gotten rid of and what we kept, like, I just feel like a brand new person. I feel as though all these years I've accumulated so many things that it actually clouded my mind. Like, I don't know what I have, where I have it. I couldn't find things. It's like embarrassing, but I don't know where stuff is. And it's like, I should really know where my passport is. Guess where my passport was? My passport was in between a whole bunch of overseas sentimental things that I kept when I lived abroad. We used to go to festivals. I had like all these beads of like stuff that people made me, and I kept all of that, and my passport was like in the middle of that stuff. So if I decided I was going to chuck all that stuff, my passport would have went out with it. So for example, this suitcase was up there, and it has like a whole bunch of stuff that I'm actually not sure if I want. So I'm going to sift through here, and then I have this other suitcase that just has bags in it. But since I'm not going anywhere and I don't really like these handbags, I think I'm going to give them away so that I can put my winter clothes in here and then put it back away, and then free up some of the coat space here. And guys, I'm so embarrassed, but this is, yeah, the shoe area. So it's a mess. So I need to sort this out. Yeah. Okay, so I finished that storeroom and now Nikesh is sorting out his stuff because he was also inspired by the Minimalist documentary, so he's going through his things. I'm going to the bedroom and I'm going to be decluttering, moving away winter stuff, which I should have done already, but I only moved some stuff, and cleaning out the bedroom. Learn how to use the camera to its maximum capacity. Okay, so this is the bedroom. It is a mess. Look at the table. Complete mess. My cupboards have actually undid stuff. So let's go and fix it. Okay, it doesn't look a whole lot better, but that's because my folding really does suck, but I cleared it all out. Finally. Like, that's crazy. Like, that's insane. Does anybody need like that much stuff where you don't even know where your own passport is? So I think for me, it's a huge wake-up call. It's a huge wake-up call. Like, even now I'm looking at my desk is still not done, and it's like I need to get to it, and I'm going to do it. So every weekend we said we're going to do a room. So we still have to do the study, then the bedroom, not the bedroom, sorry, the lounge. So as I go through things, organizing, putting it in place, and then keeping it there. I think the most important thing is like keeping the stuff that you actually use in place, and then you see what you don't use, and then that accumulates dust, and then you do the cycle again in 3 months or in 4 months. You just repeat the process, because like this was just the surface stuff that we got rid of. There's so much stuff deeper into that you can definitely, somebody else can use. It's just lying there, no one's using it, or it's gonna be expired soon, or you know, it's just not serving a purpose. If something doesn't serve a function, or you don't use it every other day or every day, actually every day I think is what they said, then you don't need it. Like, you literally don't need it. And I think when I was a makeup blogger, I had all this stuff as well, because you know, you get sent stuff and it just piles up and you don't know what to do with it, and there's like only so many people you can give it to. So, and you don't want to sell it. Like, I don't want to sell stuff that I got for free, but what I did last year is I sold some of it and then I donated that money to charity, which I think I'll do again this year, because the makeup drawer is just full, and I did declutter, but there's still just a whole lot of stuff, and I just think like it's so unnecessary. So we're taking it step by step. You'll see the footage of like how, as we go, and how we've been doing it. So I would say like start small, start with one room or one cupboard or one cabinet, and go from there, and just start getting rid of stuff you don't use, you never used, you won't see yourself using, and you're probably just never going to use, and doesn't have a function. Like, you will feel so much better. You'll feel so much better. I mean, especially now where we've learned like what's important, and we've learned that, you know, so many people like without things, you know, somebody out there will find it useful, whereas you're just lying there, then it takes up space, and it actually clouds your mind. It clouds, you know, your thinking, and you're not like as clear, I want to say. You don't feel as though you're like as free and as light as when you get rid of things, and you feel like you know where everything is, and everything has a specific purpose. It's so intentional. It's so on par with my year for this year of intentional living. I really do feel like it makes a huge difference. So even if you just start with one cupboard, even start with your desk drawer or your pedestal next to your bed, start with that and just get rid. Just like get rid of stuff you don't use, doesn't have function, never have used, and you don't need it daily. Like, you'll forget that it even was there in the first place, but you will feel better once it's gone, and once you realize like what you actually need and what you don't need. And slowly but surely, the same kind of principle will be applied to the rest of your life. It will be applied to your finances, to your relationships, to your career. Like, the same principle will be able to translate through your entire life, and I really do feel like it is revolutionary and it is making waves for a reason, because things just start becoming clearer and things make more sense and you feel like a new person. I totally feel like a new person. So yeah, I mean, it's a lot coming from me because, like I said, I'm not a clean person, but it is it is a good process, and I definitely want to do it more often, and I will be doing it. And if you want to know more and see more, then I will take you through it, so let me know. Thank you so much for watching this video. If you enjoyed it, even though it's just me talking, then please give me a thumbs up, like, subscribe, share it, and yeah, I'll see you in my next video. Bye. That's gonna happen a lot. They've been chatting about minimalism for a while, and it's something